in the major scale, the 1, the 4, and 5 are always major, and in the minor scale, the 1, 4, and 5 are always minor. Hey, I'm Bound to Divide with Ableton Tips, and today we're going to be talking about Roman numerals in music theory. Okay, so to get started, let's first build our minor scale. We're going to use A minor for this because it's the easiest scale to remember. So let's start at A1 over here. And the minor scale just goes A, B, C, D, E, F, and then G. And that sounds like this. Okay, so here we can see there's 7 notes in the scale, and each note has a corresponding chord. So let's quickly build those chords. First chord is A, C, E, which is our A minor chord. Then we have B, D, F, which is a B minor diminished. And we have C, E, G, which is a C major chord. D, F, A, D minor. E, G, B. E minor, F, A, C, which is F major, and G, B, D, which is our G major chord. So each of the Roman numerals, 1 through 7, represent each one of these 7 chords. A minor being 1, B minor diminished being 2, C major being 3, and so on and so forth. But what you'll notice is that some of the Roman numerals are capitalized and some of them aren't. And the reason for that is the lowercase Roman numerals represent minor chords, and the uppercase Roman numerals represent major chords. And there's one other symbol you'll notice inside of the major and the minor scales when you're looking at the Roman numerals is in minor, you'll see next to the lowercase 2, a little degree symbol which represents a diminished chord. And if you don't know what a diminished chord is, well, we've got some more courses on music theory that you can check out in the description. I'll give you a quick description of a diminished chord just so you know what I'm talking about. A diminished chord is a chord where we take the 5th, so the highest note in this case, and we drop it down a semitone. And in minor scale, you'll notice that if I delete all of these middle notes, we're just left with the root and the 5th. So let me delete those. And generally, if you just copy them, you can see that the root and the 5th line up on every single chord. If we are just transposing them up, we can see they fit everywhere, except for the second one. The second one, this chord doesn't fit because the 5th is out of key. It's not in the scale. In this case, the F sharp. So we have to drop that down, and that is our diminished chord.
Just a quick break before we go back to the tutorial. If you find these type of videos helpful, we can highly recommend the PML Academy with over 35 full-length online courses, spreading over topics like writing chords and melodies or arranging your songs to producing entire songs from start to finish. So check out the link in the description to see what's inside the All Courses bundle exactly.
And in our minor scale, the second chord is always diminished, so that's why we see that little lowercase 2 with the little degree symbol showing that it's a diminished chord. Okay, so that describes the minor scale, and you should have a pretty good understanding now of what the Roman numerals relate to. I'll quickly show you the major scale, and we can do that in C major again because that's just one of the easiest ones to remember. We have C, D, E, F, G, A, B. Let's just quickly build the chords. So we've got C major, D minor, E minor, F major, G major, A minor, and B diminished. Okay, so in the major scale, the 7th chord is always diminished. In the minor scale, the 2nd chord is always diminished. So that's one of the ways you can distinguish between the major and minor scales when you're looking at the Roman numerals. In the minor, it's always the 2nd chord that is diminished. In major, it's always the 7th chord that's diminished. Another easy way to remember your major and minor scales by using Roman numerals is in the major scale, the 1, the 4, and 5 are always major. And in the minor scale, the 1, 4, and 5 are always minor. Okay, so you might be wondering why these Roman numerals are so useful and so widely used. Well, let's say you have a chord progression that you've written. In this case, I've chosen A minor. So the Roman numerals that correspond to this are the 1, 3, 6, and 7. Now let's say we wanted to use that chord progression across multiple different scales? Well, we can just memorize a 1, 3, 6, 7 pattern, and we can use that in any scale. It doesn't matter if you want to go down to F sharp minor, it still remains 1, 3, 6, 7. So this is why it's so useful. You can use these Roman numerals to describe a chord progression or a chord in any scale, major or minor. Okay, so that's it for Roman numerals today. If you found this helpful, make sure to check out our other courses on harmony and melody, which are linked below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next tutorial.